Yep.
2, 1.
Good evening and welcome everyone. All new faces, not all, but good to see some fresh faces anyway. And welcome to Wedmore Parish Council meeting on Wednesday the 15th of May 2019. Before we get going, just like to go around the table for everyone just to introduce themselves. Just, you know, not chapter and verse, name and what have you, whatever you want to do, how long you've lived in the village, maybe what you do for a living, but just so the recording, we are being recorded, so people out there in internet land can view who their parish councillors are. So, anything else to add?
No, you start off.
Yeah, Neil Ellis, lived in the village all my life, coming up to 45 years. Working construction, been chair now for just over a year, hopefully, depending on tonight. Really enjoy it, great to put something back into the community, so over to you, Polly.
I'm Polly Costello. I am your recently re-elected district councillor for Sedgemoor District Council. I have lived in Wedmore for about 16 years. I was the co-founder of Pumpkin Delicatessen, and yeah, that's it.
Hi, I'm Sue Worrell, Vice Chair at the moment. I've lived in the village for 35 years, brought my daughter up here, I live next door now to my grandchildren who go to the village school and sexes, and I really like being on the council.
Hi, Sean Farragut, lived in Thiel for 4 years, moved from Coxley. Retired teacher. My wife still works, and I can't say how much I love living in Thiel at the top of the hill, and not looking down on people, but it's a great place to live. Yeah, that's it.
Peter Tinney, retired farmer, Old Brinkley, and yes, I've been on the council a very long time, but I still enjoy it and I still look forward to it. And yeah, well, that's really about it.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? Matt Inge, lived here 43 years, self-employed, work on farms. Yeah, that's it.
I'm Laura Sampson, basically lived here all my life, apart from a couple of years I can't remember. And that's when I was a baby. Used to run the George, now work at Sainsbury's, enjoy being on the parish council, and yeah, it's a good village to live in.
I'm Suzanne Meadows, lived here for 45 years, run various things in the village, and that's me.
I'm Glenys Cousins. I've lived here all my life. I used to be a head teacher until I retired, and then I took on this role. And at the moment I'm sort of a link back towards Sex's school and things like that. I thoroughly enjoyed the life of the council and school governors and buy the Wedmore News and all the rest of the things that you get involved in once you've joined the council.
So I'm Jo Keane. I've lived here for 16 years, but I've been active in Wedmore since 1988 when I joined Young Farmers from Priddy. My kids all go to all the local schools, and I'm an active member of the Wedmore Rural Community Transport Association. So we call it the community bus.
Hi, Andy Nandin, been in the village for 20 years, retired loss adjuster, although I'm doing a few little projects of my own at the moment, not paid, and yeah, looking forward to talking to you all.
I'm Adrian Fear, lived in the village 48 years with a small gap in the middle. Software developer, and again I'm looking forward to getting involved in the council.
I'm Rob Pring, I'm the clerk of the council. I'm the only one who's paid to be here. I live in Cheddar, I can't afford to live in Wedmore. I'm a retired policeman. I know the area very, very well. This is my sort of 7th year, I think, as clerk now. And my job is to look after the finance of the council, make sure none of you get into trouble, make sure that everybody complies with things legally.
Welcome everyone. As I said in the email out to the new members a few weeks ago, I feel that, you know, Wedmore is as a parish council we're quite proactive in what we want to do and how we go about things, and hopefully with the new addition of the new members we can continue to carry that on. I'm always available if anyone wants to speak to me, privately about any issues, either myself, Sue or Rod. Please feel free to come to us or certainly ring. Say we're all open and honest and transparent, so if there's anything that you feel that needs to be addressed, please don't hesitate to raise it. So, right, without further ado, apologies.
Apologies from Dennis Briaris, Judy Candy and David Huxtable, County Council representative. Election of chairman.
Yeah. Item 1, the election of chairman for the year 2019/2020.
I'd like to propose Neil Ellis.
And I'd like to second him.
Thank you.
I think it's worth saying, Mr. Chairman, that the chairmanship, if you like, of the council has traditionally been a 2-year office, and obviously Neil's willing to take on. I don't think that's set in stone, but that's what it has been. If you look down the board, it has been always, and it is, because it does take a little time to get into it, as it were.
It certainly does.
I just say that as a sort of,
Thank you, Pete.
I'm not proposed and seconded. We have a vote on that. Anybody else want to be proposed? Could I have a vote that Neil Ellis? Thank you. That looks like unanimous, Chairman.
Thank you. What do you accept?
I'm asking to sign the declaration.
There's going to be a little form signing tonight.
There will be a lot of form signing tonight. Somewhere.
You do it.
Yeah, brand spanking new.
Call me.
Oh,
sorry.
So you can tell we do, because we came in before the...
We're keen.
Okay, item 3, to elect the position of Vice Chair for the year 2019/2020.
I'd like to propose Sue Worrell.
And I'll second it.
Okay.
Once again, we will vote on that, please, just unless anybody else wants to stand. Thank you, that's unanimous as well.
Okay. Yes, Steve.
Sid, would you mind signing? In there.
Okay, thank you very much. Item 5.
Yes, all the councillors now have to sign this declaration book. You'll have seen a form that's circulated, but this is the one which counts actually. So I'm going to pass the book around. All your names are in here in alphabetical order. So when it comes, you just sign your name as Neil and Sue have done. I'll fill in my bit later on tomorrow when we've got a bit more time. But we do that as we carry on. That might be a bit save a bit of time. But I said they're in alphabetical order.
Henry? Okay.
Do you want to progress that?
Yeah. Item 6, to confirm the minutes of the meeting held on April the 17th, 2019.
We have been circulated, Chairman. Not everybody's here, of course, but
No.
those who were here and
Just one thing.
Yes.
Right at the end where it says about the Stephen George thanked councillors Nick Avery and Glennis. He wasn't thanking them for their help with the neighbourhood plan, he was thanking them for their help as chairman, as the different chairs that had helped them through the...
Sorry, I can't
On the item 11.
It's based on records. He's thanked to councillors Avery and Cousins for their support of the formation of the neighbourhood plan for the village. Okay.
Not the neighbourhood plan, it was for the help of Dennis and Nick had given
In their positions,
as
chair and vice,
Okay.
and chair
to
and
support
vice.
the neighbourhood.
To
understand.
support Kim.
I'll amend that.
It's sort of, yeah.
It's all right, but...
Yeah. Just change the wording on that last one. With that alteration amendment, anybody happy with the chairman's sign?
Yeah. matters arising.
I've no matters arising.
Reports, item 8, reports from county and district councillors. David Huxtable is not attending this evening.
No.
Paul?
Yes, okay. So, yeah, quite exciting time. Luckily got re-elected. Thanks to all my constituents who did vote for me, because otherwise we wouldn't have got back in. And it was hard work, but we convinced people, and we do a good job. So we've had an induction day last week down at Sedgemoor. This week we've had some code of conduct training, which actually was quite interesting because I learnt a lot more this time round, because as a newbie you have no idea what you're doing and you go down there and it's really scary. And this time, being in 4 years, yeah, it was good. Last night I got elected as the chairman of the Licensing and General Purposes Committee, which is good. So that's a step up and more responsibility down there. I decided not to go for an executive role because that's still quite meaty, and my children are still quite young and they need their mum around. So yeah, slowly. So I've had a meeting with Bethany, the PCO, to discuss issues of traffic in Wedmore, and also spoken to David Huxtable, the county councillor, and it looks like we might be able to get something sorted, particularly if we might use community infrastructure levy money from developers in the future to start ticketing cars. So Rod, can we put that on the agenda for the next meeting, please?
Yeah.
To discuss traffic policy and how we're going to tackle it. But for the time being, in my next 4 years, that's it.
Well, that's amazing news.
Well done. And congratulations, Polly.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, item 9. Delegation arrangements to committees and
This is just a formality, Chairman, as you're aware, and all these subcommittees of the council cannot make major decisions without referring it back to the parish council. So, for instance, if the allotments committee want to say we want to do some tree cutting or whatever, it has to be approved by the full council. It's got to go on the council agenda. The only exception is the planning committee, because when we make planning decisions here or observations, we have a timescale to suit Sedgemoor. So the planning committee has the right to make a delegated decision on behalf of the parish council without question. And I would suggest that if something like the proposal, that stays as we've done for the last X number of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone happy with that? Did you say? Did you say a second?
Sue?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, item 10.
Yeah, another formality, Chairman. All new committees will have terms of references, otherwise the existing committees, we see no change in their terms of conditions at all. Members will find a lot of details on the Parish Council website. You'll find all the standing orders on there. If you go on to, just Google Wedmore Parish Council, all the documents you need to see are on there, including all these things I'm referring to now. But it's just a business meeting tonight, and it's a legal formality, we have to agree it. So let's just say there'll be no changes to the terms of reference, but any new committees which are formed will have to have new terms and conditions. If anybody's happy to propose that, I'd be grateful.
I'll propose it.
Thank you. The second, everybody happy with it?
Okay.
Thank you.
Item 11.
This is where we need to get the volunteers now.
Right, we're to appoint members to serve on the under-mentioned committees. So,
2 or 3 have already submitted their intention, but they're here tonight. I think apart from Dennis Briaris, who wants to serve on anything we like, so we can land him with all sorts of things. He's not here. Should we go through them one by one?
Cemetery, yeah.
I've got somewhere.
Can I just ask what the frequency and possible days in it? Because something
we try and book council meetings for a Wednesday night, so everybody knows Wednesday is possibly a council meeting. The parish council meets on the 3rd Wednesday of each month. If you can't make it, just send me your apologies, that's fine. Committee meetings, we try and book this for a Wednesday. The most busy meeting is a planning meeting. We'll have at least one meeting, maybe 2 a month. We've got one coming up next Tuesday, because I can't make Wednesday, and nor could the acting chairman. But that would have been on a Wednesday normally, but we have to have one on Tuesday. Highways meet infrequently, as do housing. Finance meets once a year in December. when we set the budget. The allotments meet as and when, and the cemetery committee meets probably twice a year, once usually at the cemetery. So we have a visit, a walk around out there. So but I say the busiest one is the planning,
Yes,
isn't
the
it?
planning really.
Yeah. And we do need a good number on the planning because we have to have a quorum to make, we had a highways meeting, but didn't have enough people here to start the meeting off. So, we do need to make sure you can try and attend this meeting. If that helps. So we'll start first of all with cemetery. Anybody who's interested? We've got at the moment Councillor Cousins, Tinny and Sue Worrell already on it. You're happy to stay for us?
To stay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to stay.
Yeah. Anybody else want to go on the cemetery committees? And well, that's fine. We don't.
You could have digging.
So we've got a grave digger.
Was your maximum of 3.5 foot?
How are you with the spade anyway?
Good at delegation, very good at delegation.
Okay, that's fine, we've got plenty on there. Allotments and footpaths, I've got the moment Judy Candy, who will stay on there, and Polly.
Yeah, I don't mind staying on it.
Yeah, that's gone.
You got Joe?
I
Andy?
don't know, it seems like it's going to go more.
And I'm
Good.
Yeah, very much.
Oh, I love you, Matt.
Definitely.
Well done, Matt.
Yeah, you want to go for short, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. On there.
Footpaths, please, definitely.
Put on there, fine.
I know there's more than one there.
Yeah, no problem at all. Sean's one, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Just out of interest, what happens to the facilities?
That's not it. I've got one in down.
Yeah, well, I think my
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, not players, because they come just, but
No, the play area is...
it's a separate thing, but it could be a play area, it's a facility, so.
And they sort of cross over a little.
Yeah, they do it.
This building.
Finance and general purposes, Neil Ellis, the chairman of the council usually chairs that committee.
I'll join.
You'd like to go on there, Sue, I'm sure. At the moment, Glenys Cousins, Laura's on there. Sue, I'm going to put on.
No.
Anybody else want to go on finance? It meets just once in December to set a budget. Suzanne?
Suzanne, you going?
Suzanne can do it.
Anybody else for that? Okay, that's fine. This is, don't need too many on there. Highways, they haven't met for, I must say, about 2 years now, I think, or 18 months since we last had a highways
Well,
meeting.
that's going to change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dennis has said he'll be on that, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to put Dennis in extra. I've got a list of what he wants to go on, so that's fine. So at the moment I've got Judy Candy, Glenys, Neil Ellis, Suzanne Metters, Laura Sampson, Pete Tilley, Sue Worrell. Polly's on there as well. Anybody else want to do the highways? Andy and Joe?
Well, I'll come off the highways if there's all those
Okay, that's
people.
fine.
I was just going to
Definitely be on that.
to come off.
Yeah, all right, Pete.
I'll stay on.
And, yeah, and you've been on it.
Age of God.
So Matt, you as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I grew up in Heath House, yeah.
Planning, at the moment we've got Polly, I beg your pardon, sorry, housing, okay. Judy.
Is this housing or planning?
Housing.
This is housing.
Judy, housing, Judy Candy, Glenys Cousins, Neil Ellis, Laura Sampson, Sue Worrell, Polly Costello. Anybody else? We haven't had housing meeting for I don't know how long now, but quite a long time.
Yeah, we need
We've got lots of houses going up with, so we might need to have a couple of things.
Well, would you like to tell Matt what housing committee deal with?
Well, nothing for the last two. No, sorry.
When we get a development coming along or something like that.
We generally meet with the developers and go through the
prior to the planning.
Prior to the planning coming in. So next month we've got it as a general committee meet, but we've got Acorn coming next month. So it's a June's meeting, but generally we would meet Acorn or Strongbox or whatever as a subcommittee meeting. But there's some issues that Cross Farm needs to be spoken about next month. So I've invited them to come as the main committee meeting. So but generally that would be the.
I think a lot of it is to do with social housing,
yes.
finding sites for the affordable housing within the village, and where necessary, developing that site with the developers, trying to sort of get some really good sort of sustainable housing.
Yeah.
perhaps with some of the sort of the aspects that the
The
green
neighbourhood
group,
plan.
you know,
Yeah,
we're
We will
looking
own the
at.
neighbourhood plan now that it's been adopted.
So
With
it's
Parish
got to go through
Oh,
Central
yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but will that be housing or planning that manage that going forward?
Planning is, that's what I
Maybe
thought.
both.
Housing as well, isn't it? Because
There is a knock,
on the amount of
A
houses.
bit of an overlap, but really.
but initially it'd be both sorts, but primarily planning.
Yes, so housing, I'll go on that one.
Okay, no, thank you. You're okay, you're still on that.
Yeah, well, I'm going on it.
Okay, we're good, we've got plenty on there.
Okay. And then planning.
The planning, I've got Polly, Glenys, Neil, Suzanne Metters, Laura Sampson, Sue Wall at the moment. Presumably they'll all stay on. Pete, would you like to be on that one as well or not?
Well, I do usually come. I mean,
I know you do,
Not actually.
you come more than the members of the committee.
well, I mean, you don't. You can. I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
can come.
bar
Yeah,
you
that's
from
fine.
any of the new members from coming to a
Gets
planning.
Anybody can come to a planning board, and you can talk as you're a councillor, so
Yeah.
you don't have to be on the committee. You know.
Yeah.
If you find one that's happening in your village, which you do, oh, I haven't gone on, do come, you know. Would you like to go on that one?
Yeah, I mean, if you, well,
I think it might be handy, that's all.
I think really, because Pete has got your lifetime of local knowledge
Definitely,
of Wedmore, I think, you know, it'd be a good thing if he was on there.
We'd miss him if he wasn't on it. So let's officially put him on it.
Yes, you're on it, Pete.
Matt, you
Be
can
a press
as
gate.
well. Yeah, well, might be, yeah. Anybody else want to go on planning? Anyone? What's your okay. That's good, we've got a good number on there.
That's great.
I think that's all the committees.
Can you join it at a later stage?
Of course.
Yes, yeah.
I
There's
said to
no,
Nick, I have to wait till after Christmas because I can't
Of
do
course,
those
no
things.
problem at all.
there's no.
You can always
there's no-
come on, just give me a shout, I'll let you go on that committee.
Okay,
There's no restriction. This is not set in stone tonight for
Okay, talk, okay.
joining up. Okay, item 12.
The various committees. The Isle of Wedmore News, I don't know if Glenys, you're, sorry Chairman,
No, please do.
Yes.
No, this is your night tonight, Ross. It really is.
One night only.
One night only. It really is your night.
We were in your money tonight. The Isle of Wedmore News, which you all get a copy of,
Yes.
I'm sure, is managed by a separate committee, although it comes out under the auspices of the Parish Council. They have got their own editorial committee. They meet here regularly under Glenys's chairmanship. Pete Tilley's on the committee as well, and Sue, I think, and there's other members as well, and they meet 3 or 4 times a year. And really the Parish Council don't have a lot to do with it. They do their own treasurer, they do their own accounts, they've got their own, committee.
But do very well.
Members of the Parish Council are more than willing to, or more than welcome to serve on that committee, I think, Glenys, it's fair to say, isn't it? At the moment you've got yourself, Pete and Sue, from the Parish Council.
I would like to come off that because I can never make the meeting.
It's usually 9 o'clock on a
Yeah.
Thursday morning and lasts about 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's
Infrequently.
fine, Pete and I can cope with it on our own, can't we? With all the other people that.
well, yeah, sure.
If anybody else wants to come.
Anybody want to go on?
Okay. Fine. Players, next one, Chairman. We've got the 3 play areas at Wedmore currently, Blackford and Thiel, with a possibility of another one being added to Cross Farm in due course up there. So when that's all done and dusted. And we have one representative to stand on their committees. The Blackford committee, I think at the moment is, it's gone into hibernation a little bit. There are funds over there held by a treasurer. They said it's a separate committee from the Parish Council, but the Parish Council have an oversight, and we are responsible for carrying out a health and safety inspection every year, for which we pay a sum, and we get a list of recommendations coming back, which we pass out to the committees to get on with. If new equipment is needed, the Parish Council have to pay for it, generally, and repairs, refurbishment, and we do the grass, we pay for the grass cutting and general maintenance of it. But it's should be run by a separate committee. There is one at Thiel. Nick was involved with that over there. I don't know who else was. But we do need somebody local actually to just volunteer to say, I'll stand on their committee. I know Neil does Wedmore for us at the moment. I don't know if you want to stay on that or not.
I will for the time being, but I've just explained that it will be an agenda item for next month with regard to an idea that I've had regarding bringing all 3 play areas into one committee because of not lack of interest, but people move on. Certainly with Thiel and Blackford now there's no committee there at all. Wedmore, my kids are growing up, so it might be time for me to move on and get some younger blood in. So it is an agenda item for next month with regard to offering some funds and then for a new committee to be formed. So we can have representatives from each 3 wards, and then we can represent the areas, and then once a new committee is formed, then we can step back.
Yeah.
That's what I feel anyway. So.
It might be better, unless somebody wants to do Thiel. I mean, I don't know what are your chaps or something. Got no children. We're desperate, yeah.
We will do, yeah. It just I feel it makes sense to we'll have 4 or 5.
We can leave it blank.
4 or 5 players. You know,
I'm quite happy to,
as
it were, I know you're a Blackford rep as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm quite happy to stay on that because
there
I'm
is
on
a
the village hall committee as well.
Yeah.
And the 2 things are
interlinked.
Yeah. They are indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for that. And we'll leave the Thiel one blank for now, I think.
Okay.
Village Hall's next one, Chairman.
Salk, sorry.
Sorry, well, okay, got the order. Salk is the Somerset Association of Local Councils, which is your sort of advisory network. Not me, yours, your councillors. There's a national network, it's called NALC, National Association of Local Councils. You'll find there's a SALC website, which is very, very good. They organise training for all new councillors, various aspects of training. They're coming out with news every single day. It's a very good website to have a look at. Do have a look at it. If you need an access, I think you might do, speak to me and I'll give you the access code, because I haven't accessed it each time you get on it. But it's well worth looking at. All sorts of vacancies on there, one thing or another. And we pay quite a substantial amount every year for an annual subscription. They're very good for things like legal advice. So if we have an issue, we're not too sure, we go to SALC first of all. And I say, those of you who have already got courses for training, it's been done through SALC. The parish council pay for your training, by the way, and we get a reduced fee because we're a member of SALC. So we have one member normally on the council who goes along to their annual general meeting, which is held in Somerton, I think once a year or twice a year they have a meeting. Once or twice anyway. It's a day out in Somerton, so you can go with your partner and have a wander around the shops. And the meeting lasts most of the day with a lunch thrown in, I think, Glenys, isn't it? Yeah. Glenys at the moment is our representative on there. Are you having to stay on there or do you want to come off it?
I don't know, I'll do it.
Is anybody else interested in doing that one? Share the journey, if you like.
I'll share it. We can both go. Because I've gone with Nick when he was Nick and I used to go to
shop in Somerton.
There's no shops in Somerton.
I'm working used to sell.
My mum lives there.
Village halls.
Village halls. The village halls, there's 3 village halls, of course, Blackford, Thiel and Wedmore. For your information, the parish council go on the road in the summer, so the July meeting of this parish council will be held at Blackford Village Hall, and the August meeting will be held in Thiel Village Hall. That's the 3rd Wednesday of the month. I can't give the dates, but they're booked anyway. We do that every year. It gives the locals a chance to come out and see the parish council in action. And we do get quite a few turnout members of the public here. They are interested, and especially some old councillors who come along just to barrack. So the village halls are independently run. Some of them are held in trust by the parish council, but they've all got their individual committees. We make a grant each year for the running towards the running costs, usually about £500 just to help them along. If they need anything like seating or facilities, it's quite useful sometimes for us, the parish council, to buy it for them, because we can claim back the VAT. They can't do it. For instance, Suzanne's our rep on the Wedmore one, and they wanted to raise tiered seating down there, so they actually paid for the money, paid us the money as a sort of donation, and we bought the chairs and we claimed back the VAT, so it's a win-win for everybody. And it's to be encouraged, and in fact you'll find that SALC this week, or NELC, have said this is to be encouraged parish councils throughout the land to help village halls.
It's always worked well, it's always really worked well for the village, so.
So Suzanne looks after Wedmore at the moment. Blackford, Peter Tinney, and Thiel's a vacancy because Edwin Badman did it. But I'm on it. Sure. You're on there anyway. Oh, that's even great. Peter, you happy? Yeah. Well, Margaret's the booking secretary there, so his wife. So, and Suzanne?
Suzanne's
yes, fine.
Fine. Thank you very much. Twinning.
Wedmore playing.
I've got different orders. Sorry. Wedmore Playing Fields Management Committee, well there again it's a separate, nothing to do with the Parish Council, they've got their own committee up there, it's nothing to do with us at all. We've made extensive grants towards building that lovely pavilion, and we help with the running costs. They have put some public toilets in there now, because there's nothing there for the kids who play in the play area, and when it's all been discussed originally, Pete Brown, the architect, said he will put some public toilets in, provided the Parish Council could get them cleaned and locked up every night and unlocked in the morning, which we do for ours in the borough. We pay for those on a monthly basis. And so that, I think that was agreed ages ago by the Parish Council.
Was, yeah.
They're almost ready now to be opened, and I've had a word last week with the steward there, who's going to undertake the locking and unlocking and the cleaning, and there will be a fee which we'll pay every month, as we do now, so that's just got to be sorted out. I don't know too expensive at all. Yeah, but we do have one or two members on their management committee up there, just as Parish Council observers really, and Laura's one, and
yeah.
I don't know if you're happy to stay.
If anyone else wants to go on. That's fine.
It would help to know when they're run.
The
We go to early bird, so I don't know if these are held in the day, because
the playing fields are quarterly, aren't they? On a Monday night.
On Monday night at 8 o'clock.
So they're just 4 times a year on Monday night.
Are you interested, Joe? Or?
Yeah, interested in that one.
Oh, yeah?
Got a bar there now.
They've got a bar.
Do you want to?
Try
Yeah,
it.
So that's right.
Try to have a gym.
I think it's a bit of a regular stop, actually, but
Definitely.
I think the last one was the 20.
20 and then leave it at that.
Oh yeah, well you don't need that. The twinning, as you're all aware, the French Twinning Association, I don't know much about it myself, but Judy Candy is our representative on there, and she's happy to stand on there again. They come to us when they have a visit over here, asking for a small grant to help their wine and cheese reception. Usually we fund them a couple of £100. But Julie looks after any liaison between the Parish Council, and she says she's quite happy to stay on there, so if everybody else is happy, just we don't need a massive representation on there. Also.
Okay.
Neighbourhood plan, you know when we say that we haven't got a neighbourhood plan? Well, yeah.
We've still got a
Yes,
committee.
it's still got a committee, and one of the reasons, we've got to produce a final plan, just have a bound version for several different official
Point of reference, really.
point of reference, and also if the committee isn't disbanded and people are happy to just sit on it for 6 months, there might be a change in government policy, especially with regards to energy efficiency and housing.
Yeah.
And we can, as a neighbourhood plan, put forward amendment. So we just think it would be an idea just to loosely leave it at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't, I certainly don't want to disband it, or,
just
you know.
in case,
No.
we come up with...
But at the moment, the representatives on there are Polly, Neil, Suzanne and Sue Worrell.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yes.
shall we leave those 4 still on the
so
tree?
I already
No.
go along.
Sorry?
So I don't
Suzanne.
always go along, but
I'm happy to stay on.
We'll take Polly, I'll put you on if you like. Polly's not too fussed.
No, put Joe in and I'll come off if you want to do that.
Yeah, well, I always do.
You're already on it as a
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe did the Facebook, yeah, all right.
Well, would be ideal then. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
happy
you.
with that?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
That looks like that's sorted.
Can I just add one thing? I mean, we've got sort of, you know, the twinning and the neighbourhood plan and either Wedmore's. Could we put the green group, or Wedmore Green, or whatever we're calling them these days, could you put that on there, and then we could have an input from them every month?
Following my going to Green Group's meeting last month,
Yes.
which is what I said, wasn't it? That I felt that the Green Group should have a presence within the agenda, really. So because of so much was going on tonight, we didn't put it on tonight, but certainly from June that'll be it'll be an agenda item that
Can I suggest that
Sean
perhaps-
can...
Yeah, can I suggest as a Green Group or their own group, they perhaps invite a member of the parish council to join them.
Well, I'm the secretary of the Green Group.
I know you
so
are.
you know that.
Yeah. But I think the request will come from them rather than us, Chairman, with respect. Rather than impose ourselves on them, perhaps they will invite us to join their committees, you see what I mean?
Yeah, and likewise that they should have space on our agenda as well, yeah, so...
Good
likewise.
idea to work.
Well,
Likewise.
Yes, it's nice you come to the meeting, and I'm sure that Steve and Sonia would be very interested to make sure that the flow of information is.
I'm actually meeting with Steve and Sonia next week, so,
Oh, right.
so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we've got a separate meeting with some stuff that we're looking to do as a parish council and Green Group together. So
Oh, right.
some energy efficiency sort of initiatives really. So that's something I'll try and roll out over the next couple of months. But I'm not going to go into it now because nothing's been suggested or whatever. It's just to bounce some ideas around. So just sort of get a meeting together. So that's next week.
So I said I'd go to the next one because they're having a talk on footpaths, the footpath chat.
He's very reluctant. Well, I did try and get in contact with him.
Yeah.
It can't happen because he doesn't even respond to his emails. He
not?
sent one email, said, yes, I'll get back to you, and I just can't seem to get in my email or his mobile.
Chris.
I don't know, I can't remember his name.
Must be Chris. Because he's
Yes.
the guru.
Yeah, and he's just not got back to me.
You get hold of him, Matthew, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, he's
I
not
get
responding
hold of him
to, unless he's changed his mobile number. I thought, well, I just said, make it another time if you can't make it July, but not even a day or later July. So
Do you want me to email him?
that would be
So
great.
once
Yeah.
we come into your July meeting?
Well, I think we've already somebody booked for July now, so
Okay,
we
so
have
just
to
a
do
meeting.
a meeting set after. We don't meet in August, so September onwards would be great. Yeah.
To discuss
How we can help maybe divvy up the map of the area to say that some of our volunteers are quite keen to be able to just walk parts of it and just report back.
That's great. 'Cause
Yeah,
my life
And
not
take a
easy.
photograph or something, it might go on to that massive
It's
map.
always a bit difficult because Polly's been the
Well, I know that
first,
when I
so-
heard you said you were the sole rep, I thought, no, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's quite a big parish.
Yeah, yes.
Small dog.
Yeah, and short legs.
We all-
Okay, I'll email him and get him to get in touch
Sorry, no,
with
there
you.
was something else speaking to me.
Touch the brains, isn't it?
It was June.
Right.
I'll go back to this.
Okay.
Is that very rude?
I said to touch the brain, my legs. Okay. All right. Item 13. Rob.
Yeah, 13, confirm that the annual insurance cover, we do have insurance cover, it's been paid for this month, you'll see it on the additional payments on there listed. It's with Cayman Company, who are a specialist local authority insurer. There's only about two in the game really, so we insure with them and we have a very good deal. And I've just paid the premium this week, so we are covered.
And that covers.
Explain
Actually what
it covers all our liabilities. It covers me at work. It covers all you councillors when you're doing official duties. It covers any instance which might happen in the play areas or the cemetery, public liability, that sort of thing. So if somebody slips down, yes, we're covered for that. So all our council activities are covered. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the build, carpet, yeah, everything. Allotments, everything that the council has responsibility for. Players, particularly. We've had one claim in the last 10 years. I think somebody slipped at the cemetery, and that was sorted out. So hence we got nice signs up and that sort of thing.
Did it have anything to do with the liability of the street fair, or is that something?
No, that's totally different. They have to take their own insurance and the beer festival.
Oh, okay.
We have no response for that at all.
No.
That's a good point. I was asked about that last year by the organisers, but no, we don't cover that.
Okay. Item 14.
What's that one? The complaints procedure, just to review that has been reviewed, Chairman, at the end of March.
Yeah.
I think everybody's seen a copy of it. If not, it's on the council website.
Item 15.
Yeah, the freedom of information and data protection, we are registered with the data protection officer. We pay a fee every year for that. There are new data protection regulations I'm sure you're aware of, which came in last year, and we are almost 100% complete on that. So we don't keep any paperwork now in the office more than we have to. I think the only thing we cover is allotment holders' details from members of the public. There's nothing else here. All our planning applications now online, so all the paper planning applications I'm gradually getting rid of through the skipping cheddar. I can't take it all over in one go, but we've got about 10 years of paper to get around, so I'm just doing a bit. But we are complying with data protection regulations.
Okay, item 16.
The accounts, I think I sent everybody a copy of the year-end accounts. They have been audited officially by another parish clerk. We have to do an internal audit every year. I do another parish council's, they do ours, and then they'll go off to somebody like Little John's or I can't remember, there's a new one now as well. They've got an external auditor to be audited. Our accounts do balance to the penny, which I'm pleased to say, and they have been certified by the internal auditor. It's just for you to agree that the chairman and I sign them tonight so that we can send them off to the external auditor to be audited, for which you pay the principal of £400.
Okay.
So I need a proposal from that one. Sorry?
Yes.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Second.
Seconder, everybody's happy that the chairman and I sign the...
Yes.
Just sign that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Item 17, to agree the council's financial regulations.
I think again I circulated this, the financial regulations and the controls and risk assessment. They are all on the website, they're all to say, it's just a formal business thing. We agree that there's no changes this year at all.
Item 18.
The inventory has circulated and the asset register, I have them here. Very little changes on that. Just everybody's seen, I think, all the assets that we have. There again, it's for the chairman to sign it on behalf of the council tonight. Everybody's happy. Sign the top line there.
Okay.
And the other one is all the deeds came in the safe at the office. 99% of it is allotment tenancy agreements. Really good stuff. We do keep all the deeds and village halls and things like that as well here in the safe in my office.
And then 106 agreements.
Yeah.
I didn't know you kept those.
You've only got one.
Gold.
You said.
Oh, the costume.
Okay.
Yeah, this is yours.
Okay, item 20, to consider costings for the reflooring of the council rooms and renovation of the kitchen. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we're looking a little bit threadbare, not just me. Proposal is to put not a sheet flooring, but vinyl tiles down throughout this floor, through into the entrance hallway and then into the kitchenette, and also take out the kitchen sort of units and renew. I believe from speaking to Jesse last month that kitchen has been in there since 1976. Bear in mind this is actually Rod's place of work, and he currently doesn't have any hot water.
I know.
The 21st century.
I'll bring a flask.
That's ridiculous.
It's still good enough really. So we'll go through some costings.
We've had two quotations for flooring, Chairman. We discussed at the last meeting, others weren't here, in the region of £1,800, £1,900. One came from a local guy, one not so local, and I think the suggestion was hopefully we'd go with
the local guy.
It's the local guy. It's Martin Cahill's son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Adam Cahill.
Guy based in Blackford. So.
Just need the proposer and the seconder for that.
Second.
Seconder was Laura, thank you. And the kitchen, the diner, we had a quotation for that from Mark Dean, £2,400.
This will include water heater, all new units, worktop, and then works to the toilets as well. So
you're happy with that
as well?
You happy with that as well? Everybody okay with that? It's quite expensive. We had budgeted for it anyway. So.
And some of you might remember recalling at the annual meeting, I said that this is a space that's owned by the village. So I'd like to be able to offer this as a small meeting room or whatever open to people of the village. The Masonic Hall is not always suitable. The village hall is sometimes too big for a small committee meeting. Just sometimes fits the bill for anyone who wants to meet. Got the TV now, and people can plug in and away you go. So I just want to make it a little bit friendlier for people to be able to use it. So
has Truce been offered to put in free internet?
not as yet, no.
Because they've offered to do it free in other places.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see when we get some complaints about the condition of their tarmacking that they might use it as a little sweetener. But that's a you know,
yeah. Because that would especially that's nice screen for.
It's great for when we do the planning.
Well, we use that for planning applications. We haven't got a TV licence, so we don't do BBC on it.
Workers would use it. If you
just
want
wanna
to
use
for
it.
a meeting, you can hold it in here.
You tap into Wi-Fi and away you go.
Yeah.
You can have a key.
I was going to say, who are the key holders?
Me and the chair. But if you want a key, I've got some spare keys. Just let me know when to use it and what night you want to use it. Make sure there's nothing else going on here, and you can have. I'll give you a key. And just put it through the letterbox and put it
And if not, we can always do something with a key safe, or moving forward, if it makes it easier rather than trotting backwards, forwards from Cheddar. We're open to ideas with it, but it's a great meeting room. Why don't we utilise it a little bit more? So it's owned by the village, so why not?
Have we put a notice in the Wedmore News about it?
Not as yet. Let's get it to where we want it, and then which will be, now that we've got the okay, I've tentatively scheduled the works in for July. So the council, we're on the road in July anyway, so we won't be using. So it gives the guys plenty of opportunity to get the floor and get the furniture out, one thing or another, and then we can. And then at August we're on the road again. So from beginning of August, say they'll be fully functioning. That'll be, that's my intention anyway. So there's other plans. We've been slightly delayed in getting off the ground because we've had to have an asbestos survey done, which was carried out last week. So we're just waiting on the results from that. But there's new heating going in and various other things. So so we'll hopefully make it a bit more user friendly. Alright, so we've gone okay on that then?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Item 21. None at the moment.
I've got nothing at all on that one, Chairman. This is where we're on the table now.
Yeah. Item 22, issues and questions raised by councillors. We'll just go round if anyone has anything. Polly?
No.
Sue?
No.
For the next meeting, no? Anything needs to be raised?
Yes.
Next meeting.
For the next meeting?
For the next meeting.
You've got something already about.
Yes, about co-opting the member for Blackford.
Blackford, yeah.
Anfield. You have a vacancy for Blackford Anfield.
Oh, you have.
You have someone lined up.
I'll be putting an advert up tomorrow at Blackford Anfield notice boards. So if you know anybody in those parishes who might be interested, get them to drop me a line or speak to me. As a parish council, we can now co-opt anybody. We don't have to go through the election procedure. Last time we had about 3 or 4 applicants, and we just did it with a sort of a sift really. And I said, well, that sounds good, and we've joined them.
Yeah.
You've got somebody lined up as well.
I've already spoke. She's already sent.
If you know anybody in the field who might be
Right,
interested.
okay, I haven't seen that.
No, I should have copied it. I'll copy it. I'll copy it. Only came today.
We are too short at the moment on the council.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that it, Sue?
No, can we just... Where are we with the SIDS?
Oh.
I can't remember.
Dennis Briaris, sorry, the SID, speed indicator devices, the parish council agreed to buy one of these flashing signs that tell you to slow down. They costed, I don't know, quite a bit of money. Anyway, we bought one, we bought some, and Dennis Briaris, who's not here tonight, has been on a training scheme, how to use these things, and we're going to put them at various places around the village. It was always done in the past by the county council, but they stopped doing it, and having nothing to do anymore, so we bought our own. And they've been ordered, they haven't been paid for yet, they've been ordered, there's a 6-week delay in getting them. Dennis has been trained, so she'll just press them when they arrive.
He's already set out.
He's got a plan of action.
He's already set out a schedule of where they go in for the rest of the year.
Different places.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not permanent, you can.
No, that's why you have to be trained.
He's
So
been trained.
he can
He
use.
can move them around. So you'll get them at Thiel, you'll get them at Blackford, you'll get them by the cemetery where they've been up flashing way before.
Yes.
Coombatch Rise or wherever.
They'll be in certain locations, so you can then take the analysis from the bit of kit and then use that to
It's taking so
push
long.
for either
It has taken a long time.
more speed restriction or
So it measures the speed of the car.
and takes that data. Yeah.
It either shows the speed as they're doing, or it
Yes,
just says
of
slow
course,
down,
yeah.
whatever.
But it'll take the data of how
Yeah.
fast the car is going over the limit, and you can vary what limit you can set it to flash to. So you can start at 20, 30, 40, 50 right up through. So but it was additional cost to have the analysis. So that's what we thought. So we can then pinpoint areas that we would believe then that further works would need to be done to highlight or decrease speeding cars or whatever in certain areas of the village. So it'll all tie in. There's some other ideas that we have for the whole of the area as a parish with regard to traffic calming and stuff like that. And the new developments will come into that with their certain planning with regard to certainly the Strongbox development. So we're trying to slow traffic coming down into the village. So what we're doing will aid or certainly give us more meat on the bone to push for what we want really.
Pushing out to the boundaries.
Definitely, I've already I've already asked that we'll do speed checks from Nethercott through right the way through into Wedmore. So
Yeah, they tend to, the cars tend to think that there is no junction at the bottom of Rock Hill, straight up. And you get out there with the kids, straight up. Literally
yeah,
off Wedmore Road,
there are a number of areas that we've already sort of highlighted that we'll need to look at.
There are certain criteria as well. You can't just go and put them wherever you want.
No.
They have to be approved by the County Highways Department as well.
Okay.
And Dennis has already submitted a list of suitable sites and they've agreed them. So he's, I mean, Penny's not here, he's already in New Zealand, he already put the holiday.
It's already set out the locations for the next 6 months. So yeah, I won't know where they're going to be, but yeah, it's setting a programme of locations. Yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing the analysis actually of what is going on in the village. So, but there'll be other things that will be coming in. Part of that works to the car park, the entrance coming into the village. So you know, there's a bigger programme.
Sort of machines give you the times, like the specific times of the day that.
The stats basically of when traffic speed more than.
It's usually on an hourly basis, 10 to 12 or 12 to 2, and that's what things.
Pockets of
We used to get it all from the county council once a month or whenever, when they were in our area. But they used to move them around. We put them in all the time. We get them about 3 times a year. But now we'll have our own.
We can put it where we want and just change the frequency of where we have them. So, because sometimes you have one in a fixed position, you always, it's there, and you get a bit blasé, and before you know it, you're doing 40 and a 30. But the great thing is we can, as he says with 9 points on his licence, used to. It's great that we're in a position to be able to move it ourselves. Really, we control our own destiny on that. So it's going to be, I'm quite looking forward to it. As much as I can be excited about it. Okay, so right, Sean.
No, just one question. If you don't think of a question on the night, can you send something to Rod within a certain time frame before the next meeting? So that would be like within a week.
I send the agendas out a week before. So always try and go on the Wednesday or the Thursday before the meeting. If you want something on the agenda, please send it to me. We can't vote on anything. You can't vote on anything unless it's on the agenda. Right. It's got to be on here because it's for the public to see, public awareness. So if it's not on the agenda, we have to defer it for the next meeting. So if you think of something you want to talk about, if it requires a vote especially, make sure you let me have it at least a week before the meeting, please, and I'll put it on the agenda.
Right. Generally on the agenda, tonight we'll have a special meet, but we'll have a 10-minute public participation at the start of the meeting anyway, so any members of the public can come along and ask specific questions. And we're not obliged to answer the questions there and there on the spot, but it gives us an opportunity to then feed back through and go from there. But it's an opportunity for anyone to come from the parish and ask anyone anything really. So, okay, Pete, you got anything?
No, not particularly. Just for your information, the harvest home is the 3rd of August.
All right.
Blackford, yeah.
The reason for that being that there's major works road, but it's not true speed, it's water.
Yes.
Really is major works. So
Yeah.
going right down through the village. Blackford's narrow anyway, and there's one or two really difficult points to circle. I mean, you know, there's.
From reading the email though, that they're going to try and certainly make sure that everyone has an ingress access.
Rod was in touch with me.
Yeah.
When I say with me, and to find out when the harvest home was, and then the things that came up on the website or whatever were, you know, they are well, considering, because it's such a awkward place. The pinch point from Stoughton, the pinch point at the bottom of the village, it is.
There's a lot of work going on there.
A hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, this is a blanket road closure, isn't it? It just covers the whole area of Blackford and beyond. So there will be some frustrated people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, have you anything for next meeting?
I don't think so, no.
No? Nora? Suzanne?
No.
Dennis?
Well, I'm getting a few residents from Coombatch a bit concerned that the lorries are going in and out of Coombatch Rise, heading for the Cross Farm Estate. And wasn't there a wall going to be knocked down on the corner there to make this entrance larger? Is that... Do you know anything about it?
We do. Yes.
We know all about it.
We know all about it, good.
Yeah.
It's all in hand, is it? And it is going to
It's
happen.
all in hand.
It is.
Excellent, right, I can tell.
And if they've got any complaints, we've got the people to send them to, so that they don't keep complaining to Neil and I.
Okay,
We can
that's
send them
fine.
straight through to Acorn.
Okay.
As part of that, I've had several communications with Acorn or Harry, and one suggestion from my point of view was they set up a dedicated phone line, email address, rather than, I don't want Rod's time to be expended answering complaints via those, because that's what Rod's not paid to do that. So, which is why I already told Harry that he has to be here next month. So by then, the list of complaints can be answered on camera or via Acorn. So, yes, it's in hand.
Harry is the representative of Acorn, who are the developers for information.
So yes, it is in hand.
Thank you.
Any questions, Jeff?
Only when I emailed earlier about
Yeah,
communication.
I'll pass that to you.
Yep.
You'll just, I think Chairman
We'll
discussed
discuss
it with
it.
you.
So that's fine. No? Hey, okay. Rod, okay? Right, okay. Thank you. Financial matters.
Yes, all the accounts balance this month, Chairman, and most of the payments done by backs. I sent it all out, I think, the newer members, how we finances operate here. Glennis Cousins and myself pay the bills a month between us, not personally, but I set the invoices up, and then we have a Lloyds Bank online account where I can authorise it, but it has to be authorised by a second person, namely Glennis, and so she has to authorise it as well, then the bills are paid. So most of it's paid by backs these days. We do have a chequebook still, but very, very little usage. We still get a lot of cheques coming in, mainly from undertakers for funerals at the cemetery, which I kept the money for, and the burial records. I think everything balances this month, and all the bills have been paid. That's what we need to say, really.
Okay. Any questions? No. Item 24, Rod. Correspondence.
The correspondence I've received, I do circulate most of it to you when I get it. I think it's important enough. Otherwise, it's all listed on there. If you want to ask about anything, I have it with me, but it's mainly just general stuff this month. The top one, which somebody asked me about, I think was to do with, was it Natural England?
Yes.
Suzanne. This is to do with some peat extraction out on West Hay Moor by Mr. Sweet. And the Natural England are pursuing him for illegal peat digging. He has appealed against it, basically, saying, not me, Gov. So we were asked if we wished to comment, and the chairman and I had a look at it, and we decided we wouldn't comment. It's let Natural England sort it out with their lawyers, really, not for us to get too involved in.
It's actually not on Parish Council,
It's our land, anyway, it's West Tamor, I think it's over at Mere, I think it's over at Mere.
That's why I didn't really want to
No, don't get too involved.
in it, really.
I don't think there's anything else on the correspondence that we need to get too worried about, really.
No, sir? No. All right. Item 25 then, committee reports.
Oh yeah, cemetery, it's fine, it all seems to be going all right out there. We've had 3 benches refurbished, the grass cutting's being done. I think we had a little bit of a moan about the Garden of Remembrance being a little bit needing some extra weeding, so that was going on, but yeah.
Does it need spraying? It's been sprayed off now.
Been done this week.
Yeah.
Are these reports every, because it's the AGM? Or
No,
this is a monthly.
It's on there, yeah, good points.
Facilities, allotments and footpaths, but Mike's not here now, so...
No, I've had nothing at all now.
One thing I did raise with the allotment holders was if they had a wish list of any facilities or anything that they needed for enhancement, so I have spoken to Trevor about that, so there will be something coming in from the allotments for the new chair to deal with, but nothing that I can report on anything
We've
else.
still got 2 or 3 allotments available for rent if anybody's interested, knows of anybody. They're either £15 for a half a lot or £30 a year for a full block, so I think there's about 3 there, that's all taken about.
Finance and general purposes.
Oh, we had a meeting in December, so
Yeah.
nothing on that, Chair.
Housing.
No,
nothing.
meeting.
Highways, car park and brook.
No.
There are some works that will be needed to be done to the brook leading down through the Lurburn. If you go down the Lurburn down towards the car park, if you poke your head in, not literally, but you'll have a look in, there's quite a bit of undergrowth in there now. So I've spoken to Will Jackson and I'll meet him there just to clear some foliage so we've got a clear run just going down through the brook. It's something that we highlighted when we did the brook walk back in October. There's a couple of days work really that'll need to be addressed over the next couple of months. So
and also the bank, I used to get them to do the bank by that piece of land we own by Worthington Close.
yes.
Will Jackson's our grass cutter, by the way. He's a local boy. Just moved to Willamington now, married and had a baby. Well, not married, but I've got a baby. And getting married. And he comes back from Willamington and does our grass cutting at the cemetery, all the play areas, and then any sort of general minor maintenance work, which we think he's capable of doing. He's good lad as well, he's pretty reliable. You'll see his name on the accounts every month for his bills.
You will. Planning, right.
Planning meeting next Tuesday. And I shall, well, you all had an agenda, like it was on the committee, so just turn up, those who are on the committee, please turn up 7:30 next Tuesday.
Okay, reports from reps on committees, Isle of Wedmore News.
Yeah, we had a meeting last week.
Did you have a funding?
Yeah, what we did, we sort of put in the Isle of Wedmore News if any organisations would like to make a bid for some money. Because we decided we'd give £2,000 of our profit, and I think we had 6 organisations bid, and I think we've given 5 of them some money. So that's £2,000 worth of.
We're very
Brilliant.
grateful, thank you.
Oh, great! Thank you, Susan. Yeah, anyway, I think everyone is happy.
Yeah, good.
Okay. The players, laid out what we're looking to do next month, so it's pretty self-explanatory.
Nothing from South at the moment.
Playing fields management, Laura.
Obviously, you all know that the new pavilion's open.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Going from strength to strength, so still it's been a few weeks off for the food, but everyone seems to be going up and enjoying it. And it's great to see everyone sort of like the village really supporting it.
It's a great asset.
But it's really
Posting
good.
with it.
Yeah, posting with it, and yeah, it's great to see, and let's hope it carries on as it does.
So I sat on a leather Chesterfield watching the rugby. 2 pints, and the staff brought peanuts and crisps for free in front of us. Was it heaven?
What more is fantastic to see?
No, it's good, it's great. Yes.
Laura, is there any news on when the rest of the car park's going to be resurfaced?
Not as of yet, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Because the bulk of the money's been raised for the surface, and
Yeah.
they were raising some more for the lining of the existing car park, is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Um,
Are they waiting till we get that money before they...
yeah, I think they're still waiting. I mean, the last meeting was a long
Is it-
time ago. I think
I'll
that
I'll
happened.
ask you.
Yeah, that's good, because I think that,
Because there's bike racks and stuff that's got to go up before the 40, 30
Yeah, 'cause I
or
think
30,
that will be
40,
through
whatever it is. isn't it?
after the last meeting that we had, so
Cycle
I'm
race
not
and
100% sure.
Sorry?
I said that I think that will happen after the last meeting that we attended, because
Right.
the meeting was
Perhaps you could find out for us.
I'll ask him.
And how far off they were from raising the rest of the money with regard to the upstairs, really.
Yeah.
I think
I
they're
did ask
hoping to
him, but
have,
he didn't
like,
know.
the upstairs ready in the next 10 months, I think it was.
Right.
Well, yeah.
They weren't selling the panels as quickly as they...
No, they did emphasise that.
Yeah, I wondered
selling
whether
the
they
panels.
should sell them in like half panels. So like £250 is quite a lot, but if you sponsored half a panel, like £125 is more doable.
Sorry, your panels for...
Solar PV
Solar
panels.
panels.
Right.
So if
On
you
the,
sponsor the panel, you basically
fundraising.
pay for it, you know. And but that was my suggestion.
They were £8 short, weren't they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But they were crowdfunding. I don't know how they went on with that.
We bought one.
I think Pete's done very well on that.
Yeah.
So I think they're still on it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, £half.
Yeah, well, I did suggest it. I'll
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Suggest it to
It
Ian.
might on it.
Suggest it to Ian. Anything else, Laura? Is that okay? Village halls.
Yes, I hope you've noticed that the entrance hall to the village hall has now been done.
It's very
nice and
smart.
nice and smart.
And new notice boards outside.
Yeah. Yes, lovely.
We're also getting a price to decorate inside in the village, in the main hall.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the kitchen is hopefully going to be attended to as well.
Very good.
Great. Magnolia, you say?
I've got nothing. Anything back from it all?
No, we just need to have more elections and things. There's a good earner in
Good
it.
dinner.
So I got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning and open the door. No,
Nothing you'll say
no,
about it.
no problem.
Oh, sorry.
because
You're on the committee.
Yes, I was on the committee, yes. I wasn't paying attention because I didn't think I'd be here. And just that they put a new sign up to really try and promote the fact that it's £8 an hour for the use, because the amount of bookings are tailing off and they don't really quite know why. And so we just put a new sign out on the road, a laminated sign, just so people drive past thinking, well, that looks like a bargain. But whether I don't know whether Phil Butterworth that's been transmitted to any new bookings. But that's where they're trying to promote the village hall more.
Excellent. Okay.
Could I just, normally we have the neighbourhood plan on here, and just want to thank everybody on the parish council and all the people in the village who voted for the neighbourhood plan, because it was such a success at 85.5%. I mean, that is really good for a neighbourhood plan. It doesn't normally.
What's the percentage?
The percentage of yes votes
Oh, I see.
was 85.5%, which is very high.
Cracking bit of work for me, I think it's
So
fantastic.
I'd like to thank the parish council for all the help
Thank God.
I was going
that
to
they
say
gave the
exactly the
committee.
same thing. You know, the amount of work put in. Behind, when I say behind the scenes, the
Phenomenal amount of
detail. There was a long, you know, it wasn't just 1 year, was it?
We've never done it without Bob. So
No, well, that's what I'm really trying to say. I mean, you know, is there any recognition for those people? Now it's difficult, I know.
We're Yeah,
On
we've
the
already
next, on the next
mentioned.
On the
agenda.
next agenda will be a discussion.
We'd already, preempted
Couldn't get it onto this
what
one.
the results were going to be, so yeah, we'll do something to speed up that for next month. So, and also the amount of other communities that will look to Wedmore's plan to use as their own guidance for what they want to do as well. So I've spoken to a couple of other parishes that want to use Wedmore's as a template for what they want to do. So that in itself is great recognition for all the hard work that's been put in, really.
So you said for a fee, they can have some...
I did say that actually, similar to the Mayor of Axbridge, I did say that. I did say for a
I sold a
reason.
copy to the clerk at Woking for £10.
So yeah,
Big deal.
Well, yeah, that's knowledge.
anyway, that's great, but you can lead on that with regards to...
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Item 26. Master report and items for next week, next meeting.
I think we've logged that together.
Yes, so many thanks for coming tonight, and we'll see all the planning on Tuesday.
All those are on the committee.
On the committee, and see you all next month.
Close meeting at 8:42.